Good morning. Welcome to the E3 Weekly Market Report. This is July the 16th. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be looking right away at our export numbers that are just now coming out. We've got cotton, and what we've got showing on the headlines, we'll get into details. The old crop is showing 51,200 bales. We have the soybean numbers showing an old crop 45,500 metric tons, corn 331,100 metric tons, and wheat 291,500 metric tons. We'll let you know that just before this report came out, the cotton market was up 9. Right now, the market is up 1. The soybean market was up 7. As the report has come out now, the soybeans are up 6.5. The December corn, it was up 5. And at the moment, after this report, we're up 4 3/4. So not a lot of change in corn and in soybeans. The wheat market was up 5 3/4 just before this export figure. And right now, the September wheat is up 3. So we are seeing the wheat market moving and selling off, and a little slight movement so far in the cotton. Let's look at the breakdown here. We've got in cotton 51,200 running bales for old crop. That's up 69% from the previous week, but down 9% from the 4-week average. Vietnam took 43,400 bales. Turkey took 9,400 bales, and China took 3,400 bales. Looking to see the good numbers for new crop, net sales of 107,700 for new crop. El Salvador took 54,400. Thailand took 17,200. So those were good new crop numbers. Looking at the breakdown on soybeans, the soybean number is showing 45,500 for old crop. That's up 10% from the previous week, but down 36% from the 4-week average. Japan took 52,200. Panama took 7,000. Taiwan took 6,400. We had some cancellations of 18,000 for unknown destinations. New crop sales were very good compared to old crop. New crop, 507,000 metric tons. And we've got unknown destinations, 403,000. Japan took 55,000, and Mexico took 47,000. So good new crop numbers. Looking at the corn number, 331,100 metric tons for old crop. That's a marketing year low, down 38% from the previous week and down 41% from the 4-week average. Saudi Arabia took 98,900 metric tons. South Korea took 73,300 metric tons. Japan took 67,300 metric tons. Looking for new crop, 325,100 metric tons for new crop. Mexico took 223,500. Japan took 61,000 metric tons. Unknown destinations have 27,700. Lastly, going to wheat. The wheat was 291,500 metric tons. That's down 16% from the previous week. The Philippines took 57,000 metric tons. Japan took 57,000 metric tons. Jamaica took 48,000 metric tons. Small cancellations for Panama. So that's it. Looking back to see what the reactions have been now that we've had a few minutes for this market to trade with these reports. We've got the cotton market up 1 at 64.88. That market overnight got to 65.31 and got down to 64.80, so we're not that far from the low. The August soybeans are up 6 at 10.31, with November up 7 at 10.23. So now soybeans are unchanged from where they were before the report. We've got September corn up 6 1/4 at 4.35 3/4. That's the high of the day. This market's been about 6 cents lower overnight. The market has rallied about a penny since the reports come out. Then we've got the wheat market up 3.5, trading at 6.70 and a quarter. It's been 8 cents lower than this at one point overnight. It's been about 3 cents higher than this. The market in wheat was up 5 3/4 before the report, and right now it's up 3 1/4. So we've seen cotton and we've seen soybean and wheat sell off some, and the corn market has rallied. Let's look at other markets quickly. Outside markets, the dollar is up 46 on the day. Crude oil is up 27 cents a barrel. Gold and silver both down, with gold down $4 an ounce and silver down almost 12 cents an ounce. And we've got the S&P up 7.7. Just some of the headlines overnight. Greek Parliament passes the bailout, and after that we had significant rallies in the European stock markets, even spilling over into China. The dollar, as I mentioned earlier, is up in reaction to that. Let's talk a little bit about the market and what's happened over the past week or two. The crop report that came out Monday showed unchanged conditions for cotton and a slight deterioration in beans and in corn. I guess the question is, with the things that are going on with the Iranian nuclear treaty and the bailout of Greece looking to be approved, what does this mean for commodities? We need to discuss that. It could be that this possibly could be negative for most commodities in general. Why is that? The Greek debt crisis being settled strengthens the dollar. Iranian nuclear treaty is actually negative for crude oil, which in fact is negative for commodities. The Fed's plan to raise rates, which has been known and talked about and was mentioned again yesterday, is going to have a deflationary effect on the markets, on the commodity markets. So in a general sense, it's not negative. It's not positive. It could be negative. Specifically talking about cotton and soybeans and corn and wheat and what does it mean to them specifically? Well, in cotton, I think we're in a sideways range. That's not probably going to change unless some new news is introduced. Corn and soybeans, because they have reached such high levels because of weather concerns and funds buying heavily the market, are susceptible now at these high levels to see setbacks. If you're a farmer and if you've got crop to price, also wheat, it's something you need to consider doing. So what has happened over the past week? Actually 2 weeks for cotton. Over the last 2 weeks, or 2 weeks ago, cotton saw a high of 68.11 in December. Yesterday we made a low of 64.60. So we've had a total range of 351 points over the last 2 weeks. I think the support could be somewhere between 62 and 63, and the resistance up toward 67 to 68. November soybeans made its high 2 days ago at 10.45 in the November beans. The original low took place June 15th, a month ago, at 8.95 3/4. That market's seen $1.49 cent range from low to high on the rally. The corn market made its high 2 days ago at 4.54 1/4. The original low was made on June the 16th at 3.62 1/2. That's a full range of 91 3/4 cents. We've seen very good rallies, something that with what's going on in commodities in general, farmers need to consider their possible booking of crops. And looking at wheat to see what wheat's done, kind of a different picture for wheat. The high was made about 2 weeks ago at 6.17 1/2. The low was made yesterday at 5.58 1/2. That's a total range of 59 cents. A rally back toward 5.90 to $6 would be an opportune time to look at selling the market. Today, of course, we just had the exports. We've got jobless claims that just came out. That will have an effect on the dollar. As a matter of fact, the dollar has weakened a small amount since that number has come out. So that's really it for today. Thanks for joining us for the E3 Weekly Market Report. We'll see you later.